In the forsaken village of Wraithridge, veiled in perpetual darkness, an abandoned cemetery lay concealed within a tangle of ancient trees. The locals mentioned the place in hushed tones, their eyes wide with terror when the name was spoken. The Shadowvale Graveyard. A pall of dread enveloped the cemetery, a presence so unsettling that even the boldest souls steered clear. On a moonless night, a solitary wanderer named Samuel found himself lost in Wraithridge. The fog grew dense, and each step he took seemed to lead him deeper into the labyrinthine woods. Driven by desperation, he inadvertently stumbled upon the very place that should have been avoided, the Shadowvale Graveyard. As he pushed through the rusty iron gates, a heavy silence descended, punctuated only by the mournful sigh of the wind. Tombstones stood like spectral sentries, their engravings eroded by time. Samuel's heartbeat quickened, and the darkness seemed to twist and contort, taking on unsettling shapes. The beam of his flashlight revealed decaying mausoleums that loomed like malevolent specters, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch and dance in the moonless night. From the shadows, a soft murmuring emerged, gradually growing louder. Samuel's heart raced as he spun around, his light revealing a figure cloaked in tattered funeral attire, its features obscured by darkness. The murmurs coalesced into eerie chants, and the surroundings shifted, the ground beneath his feet becoming an undulating mist. Trapped and unable to escape, Samuel felt himself drawn toward a gaping abyss that had opened at the heart of the graveyard. The presence of the figure intensified, and Samuel understood with a jolt that this entity sought to claim him as an offering to the void. Fear surged through him, and he fought against the otherworldly force, but it held him in its vice-like grip. As his fingers grazed the precipice of the abyss, a fragment of memory surged, a tale he'd heard from an old sage. The Shadowvale Graveyard, cursed by a vindictive sorceress, was a place where the boundary between life and death blurred. The sorceress's spirit endured, feeding on the fear of those who dared to enter her domain. Summoning his resolve, Samuel recited the incantation he'd learned from the sage's story. A brilliant radiance enveloped him, pushing back the encroaching darkness. The sorceress's grip weakened, and Samuel managed to wrench himself away from the edge of the abyss. Within the blinding light, the entity's form contorted and writhed, emitting a chilling cry that echoed across the night. The ground trembled, as if the very earth rebelled against the sorceress's malevolence. With a final bone-chilling scream, the entity shattered, dissipating into a swirling vortex of mist. As dawn broke, the fog lifted, revealing the Shadowvale Graveyard as nothing more than a neglected plot of land. Samuel stood amidst the tombstones, his breath ragged, his heart still pounding. He had survived the nightmarish ordeal, banishing the ancient evil that had plagued the village for generations. Wraithridge emerged from its shadowed grip, the sun's rays illuminating its streets once more. Samuel's harrowing experience became a haunting tale, a solemn reminder of the forces that lay hidden beyond the realm of the known. And as the villagers rebuilt their lives, they whispered their gratitude to the courageous wanderer who had confronted the terror, forcing it back into the darkness whence it had emerged.